back. It's always good to see our alumni. I have one question for you. Can you tell me how being at Summit has prepared you for college?
Being at Summit has prepared me because I'm gonna be quite honest. In Summit, I was a straight C student, and I was okay because I was getting by. But now in college, I literally have A's and B's, and the group projects are easy because I can pull up the projects really quickly. They're never mediocre because mediocre here is just not an option. So it's you have to push yourself. So when I go there and I'm okay, let me whip this up together real fast. It's really, it's actually a good project, even though it was really last minute.
Wonderful. Do you think that, can you tell us what are some things that prepared you here when you were at Summit for you to make the comment? Because I asked you earlier, I said, well, how's school coming? And you're oh, it's easy, it's a breeze. What did the teachers do here to prepare you for it to be such a breeze for you in college now?
They gave us a lot of work. All the work was just you constantly had work, but now you can go in and you can just they give you a lot of work, but it's not as much work as here because you have 8 classes here, but in college I took 4 classes this past semester, so I only had 4 homeworks to do, and then a lot of group projects, so it's you don't have a lot of weight all on you, and you can distribute it correctly.
And when it comes to research, how do we prepare you for the research and the workload that you had to take on here for college?
So for papers, I've written a lot of papers this past semester. So it's like coming to the library, you have to figure it out. So I have to be willing to go up to the librarian or one of the assistants to ask, hey, can you help me? I have to find yada yada subject. Where is it? Can you give me some recommendations for that? And then you take what you know. We know how to write papers here. We've been told to write papers. We know how to write papers in a timed constraint, and then we know how to write papers just to write it, and you have a set word count or page limit. So that's helped then. But then you also have to keep in mind that sometimes you don't feel like writing a paper. I wrote quite a bit of papers the last 2 months of the semester. So it gets to the point you just have to keep going, and it's okay if you have no clue what you're doing, because there's this thing called a writing center. So you go and have the tutors help you, but they're not going to do it for you. You have to read your paper out loud and edit it. So that's how it helped me.
And I thank you guys for taking this time to talk to me. A couple more questions for you. What would you say to the scholars that are here? They're stating, our work is too rigorous, it's too much. What nugget can you give them to encourage them that what they're doing is going to prepare them for a time when they go off to college and not take the easy way out?
Don't give up and keep going, because in the end it will benefit you, because when you get to college it's not as rigorous and it's not as hard. Because I have a lot of people in classes, the same class as me, and we're doing the same work, and they were actually in one of my groups and they were college is hard. I was no, this is easy. I'm this is a breeze. You don't have that much work. Everything's online, and if you don't know something, Google it. So.
Okay. And you actually answered my second question. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys coming back and sharing that tip with us and also with our scholars. So thank you all so much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.